So welcome to the wheat harvest at the Sea of Galilee, which is just there behind those electric lines. It's difficult to see because the sun is here above us. Mind your eyes. This brings back so many memories. But I think in some parts of Northern Europe, the wheat has just been sown. And of course, there's also winter wheat. But this wheat is already ripe. And it's all along the road here for about a mile north of here, on both sides of the road at the Sea of Galilee. And here we have this farmer. He's the son of Isaac, which is Isaac. And I have to be very frank, I met the son briefly yesterday and I haven't retained his name. I was in touch with Yitzhak for the last 10 days or so since I found out his identity in order to get the timing right to see the harvest here. So this is the second live stream this morning, and the first one at sunrise was very beautiful up on Mount Arbel, and I'll show you that in a moment. Let's just follow the farmer here as he's harvesting the wheat. Easter is also traditionally a harvest feast, and it was the harvest of the barley, and here we have the harvest of the wheat. Now this wheat is different. It's wheat that's used for the cattle. And it's baled without thrashing. So the grain is left in the wheat. And now I can bring Mount Arbel into focus here for you. Here we see the cliffs of Mount Arbel. Lots of history there. And then we see the rest of the mount here behind these bushes. And we're just right north of Magdala. That's the local mall there, between the trees and the famous Magdalena restaurant. And then our buildings are just beyond these trees. We'll look at them in a moment maybe. But the point here is to see the harvesting. This is a very big tractor. When I was a kid, the typical tractor was 25 horsepower, a small little grey tractor. I forget the name of it. And then we had the Massey Ferguson, and they started upping the horsepower to 30, 35, 65. And I remember in the States seeing tractors with maybe 200 horsepower. I'm not sure where they're at today in their strength. It's fascinating to watch the birds. So this field is already done, and he's not 10 minutes working here. There are going to be about 35 bales. And these bales are pretty big. Look at the size of the wheels of the tractor as the bale goes by, as the tractor goes by the bale. And I have one right here beside me. So I'm just going to stand up beside it so you can see the dimensions. I'm not sure how heavy it is. And there are 6 strings tying it. And they're incredibly tight, like a violin string. I remember the work we had. Actually, when I was a child, we used to even make hay rope. We'd make rope from the very hay itself. This morning on the sunrise stroll and chat from Mount Arbel, we were up there, about out between these trees up there in the middle of the height, and we were able to see the follow-up tractor coming and picking up all the bales from yesterday's baling. He's waving at you there. And the birds are coming in here to pick up the little insects and maggots and grubs that were hedged underneath the rows of cut grain, and now they're doing their harvesting. So Pentecost is called the Feast of the Harvest, the first fruits. And if we read St. Paul, he calls Jesus the first fruits because of the resurrection. So this celebrating the harvest is very important. Now here's a loose grain here. It was here on the side. And let me see if I can get out a grain for you to see. They're very small. I'm trying to do a little trashing of the grain to get out the grain. They're really small. And that's left in the straw, and it's part of the menu for the cattle, for the cows. There are big dairy farms in the kibbutz. And then these guys, Yitzhak told me yesterday and his son, that they grow the grain and then they sell it to the farms at the kibbutz. There was very little grain in that one, I must tell you. I had better luck there 10 days ago after they cut it. It's been lying here for about 2 weeks. Let me see if this one is better. Yes, yes. I got some grains I can show you here, I think. I have 1, 2. Oh, just one right now. Actually, they have shriveled a bit since 10 days ago because of they're drying, so they got smaller, more compact. Just give me another moment and I'll show you here. There you can see it coming out. You see that little brown part here? And when I tried them the last time, they were incredibly hard. I can only imagine that they're even harder now. So this is my threshing process here. There's a little breeze, so it'll blow away the chaff. And that parable was used also. The chaff that doesn't have any nutritional value. And now I have the grains in my hand. separating them from the chaff. So I have quite a few grains actually, but they're very small. 2, 4, 6, 8, which is a nice number. It's actually a messianic number. It's outside of the 7, the normal days of the week. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 8 grains here. Look at that here in the, I don't know if you can see here. Let me check. Can you see my hand? Let me do it this way here. It might be easier. Just hold on a second there. I can't see very well because of all the light here. Yeah, there you have it. You see in the center of my hand? So you have all those grains here. There in the sunlight's better. That's better. Now you can see them. Now let me try them. Yeah, they're not much harder than they were. They're not incredibly tasty. But if you didn't have anything else to eat, I'm sure they would be helpful. So just before we say goodbye, let's turn around here and check out the scenery. Mount Arbel, and then the Sea of Galilee is over there, but it's very hard to make out. You can hardly tell the difference between the Sea of Galilee and the Golan Heights because of the light right now, the haze. But you can see some palm trees down there, and just behind them, let's say up to about a third of the way up the tree, that's water, and then from there up is the Golan Heights. You can see how long ago this was harvested. Look at the green growth. So that's about 2 weeks since they cut it here. Actually, let me go and show you this here. We have some very nice morning glory flowers, lots of them. And I know some of the good followers of these little strolls and chats are ardently against calling them a weed. Oh, this is a different flower. Look at this one here. We saw these up in Mount Arbel abundantly. But you don't see the morning glory, which is the white one here. Maybe those are morning glories as well. They're pink, but I don't know their name. But these are the morning glories. You see lots of them here. People, thank you very much for joining and for seeing this other moment of harvest. I'll put this on YouTube as well. And I don't think we'll be doing Instagram because the tractor's gone way up further north and I have other tests to do in Magdala. So we leave it like that for today. And I wish you many, many blessings. See you later, alligators.